Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Anna's Reading Nook and I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour for my bookshelves. There are 3 bookshelves in my room. There's this one, there's an identical one to the side, and then there's a 3 or 4 shelf one behind me. Can't think off the top of my head. But I have a mixture of young adult romance, horror, thriller, and fantasy, basically. Like, it's just a big mix of it. So I wanted to go ahead and try to share what I have and see if I can make any bookish friends, because I really want someone to read with, like a group of people to read with, but I don't have anyone in my local area for a number of reasons. So I figured I would go ahead and do this, and maybe there's a chance I can meet some like-minded people who like to read the same things that I do, or perhaps have the same books that I do, that would like to start like a book club of some kind or do something together. I don't know. But, you know, all that aside, let's go ahead and get into a bookshelf tour. I have organized, reorganized, and tried redoing these shelves a few times. I don't have a whole lot of room, and I have a lot of books. Some shelves are double stacked. There's nothing I can do to change that. I don't have a whole lot of room on my shelves. So to start off, that's my Cassandra Clare collection. I've got the Mortal Instruments. I've got the Infernal Devices. The 10-year anniversary Clockworks, the City of Bones and Clockwork Angel. I've got Chain of Iron, Chain of Gold, and Chain of Thorns. I have not read those ones, or those ones, or those ones. I've read up to City of Heavenly Fire here, and I've read all 3, Clockwork Angel, Prince, and Princess. I also have the graphic novels that are out so far for the Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices. I'm going to go ahead. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm doing this without a tripod, so if it's a little shaky, I'm sorry, but I've got 1 through 6 of the Mortal Instruments, and then I've got all those. I'm trying to not go too fast, but also not too slow. A lot of people have these books. I have the collector's first editions of all 3 of these. But this was a box set, this was a box set, and this was a box set. And then I ordered all these individually. But I do have, I do own, my sister has some of my copies of my books. I have collector's first editions of this one, and I think maybe this one. I'm not 100% sure. But they're with my sister. So I think that's enough Cassandra Clare. She's one of my favorite authors. That's why I have like a shrine built to her. Down here, this is my basically shove it here because I don't know where else to put it shelf. I've got The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I've got a few. I really like art, and I watch this channel called Doodle Date. They have some books out, and I ordered them to support their channel. Of these, the only one I really feel like I should talk about is Much Ado in the Moonlight. These are my mass market paperbacks, some of them anyhow. This one is so good, and if you love time travel romances, definitely look into this series. I've got this one, and I've got one other book in this series. I'm not quite sure where it is right now, but I'll have to find it. But this is such a good book. Essentially, what happens in that story is she runs a play company, and her brother lends her this castle, and it happens to be haunted, and it's such a good book. It's just it's a ghost romance and a time travel romance, and I love it so much. I've got not a lot to talk about here. Classics, Jane Austen's 7 novels, and Edgar Allan Poe, my Bible, and the Aristophanes, I think that's how it's, Listeria and Other Place. It was recommended by another book YouTuber, so I purchased it. Have not read it yet. These were recommended by my brother-in-law, Stephen King. I've read Carrie. I have not read the other three yet, but I did read Carrie. And these just, they're not book related, but look at how cute those are. Down here is where we start my Rick Riordan shelves. These are my hardcover copies of this series. I went on a hunting. I used Pango, and I found them all one by one and purchased them because I wanted the original OG covers, and I wanted hardcover copy. So, yeah, that's how I did that. And then I've got Throne of Fire. I need to find the rest of the books. I'm slowly purchasing them. It takes time and money, and I don't have a whole lot of either. So, ow. Okay, so here is my original cover art OG Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief hardcover book series. I'll go ahead and move these, but they're all hardcover. None of them are signed or anything, but they are the original cover arts, and they are all in amazing condition, and I'd like to keep them that way. But I did the same thing. I went online and hunted them down one by one and purchased them. I found them in the best condition I could. This I inherited from my great-grandmother. And it plays music. My Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief series and follow-up series. I always forget what this one is called. These are my paperback covers. If I read them, these are the ones I'll read, so I don't risk damaging the hardcover ones, because those are my babies and I don't want to ever damage them. But yeah, these, if I were to lend out a copy, these would be the copies I'd lend out, because they're the newer. I'm not a huge fan of these ones. These are we're starting to get into other stuff now. This is Strange the Dreamer, Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I don't remember which one it was. Okay, so it wasn't Strange the Dreamer. I think Strange the Dreamer was a first edition. And then, yes, it was this one as a signed copy of Muse of Nightmares. Full disclosure, have not read either of those books, and I have not read either of these books. I have read this one. This is a Wattpad book. This was a book off of Wattpad. All it took was just one. Look, this is an LGBTQIA+ friendly book. It is a story about a young boy who finds his soulmate. So it is a lovely book, and I love this book, and I will die on a hill that this is one of the best Wattpad books ever written. There is a second book in that series that I do not own currently, and I really, really want it. The next shelves are just going to be a glance over, because I am staying out of this argument. I don't want to deal with it, okay? Harry Potter shelves. Those are my Harry Potter books. I'm sure you can deduce that I enjoy the series. Okay, there we go. And give me 1 second. Okay, so over here is where we get into more romance. It is a mixture of regular books, hardcover books, and mass market paperbacks. These are some of my favorite older mass market paperbacks. Some of my favorite authors. Suzanne Barclay and Ruth Langan. Oh, there's that time travel romance. That's another one right there. That last one by Lynn Kurland. That's the brother's story to the sister, the one that lent her the castle. That's his story. This is my Nora Roberts shelf. My favorite stories by Nora Roberts are Midnight Bayou and Carolina Moon, which are those two right there. I also have a mass market paperback version of Midnight Bayou. I did have Carolina Moon, but I cannot find it. I have not read the Cousins O'Dwyer or the series. This one I need to get the third book in paperback before I will start reading it. I don't like starting series that aren't completed yet. If I see one I think I'll enjoy, I'll buy it. but I like reading the whole story through all at once. I don't like starting it and then not finishing it. These are some of my romance books. My thermostat thing just kicked on, so if you hear that, I'm sorry. I got A Curse in Ash and A Prophecy in Ash. I'm not sure if there's more books in that series, but so far it's just a duology that I know of. It's a polyamory romance, I believe. As far as I know, I haven't read it. Let me see if I can pull this out. This is what that one looks like. Wow, the quality just dropped on me. On my phone, on my camera. Camera-wise. And then there's A Prophecy in Ash. I bought those off of Pango for like $1. Whoops. Sorry. This is Beastie. This is my next read once I'm done with the series I'm currently reading, which is ACOTAR. This is the book I'm reading next. I love Beauty and the Beast retellings. And I love them. Why does it keep covering that? The camera's not even there. Okay. So, I got Court of the Vampire Queen, Neon Gods, M.W. McLeod's series, Demonic Deals, Deadly Deals, Divine Deals, and Section 7 and Covenant, and Speakeasy Times. She's an amazing author, and I love her works, and just, we all love Zane, okay? We all love Zane. Just, I'm saying it. It's not optional. You have to love Zane, okay? Okay. Sorry about that. This isn't very good, but I don't have a tripod, and I have problems holding things for long periods of time. I'm sorry. My Bridgerton books, I only own the first 4. Touch of Darkness, Touch of Ruin, Touch of Malice. I've got some Grace Draven books here. I've got Hooked hiding up there. And then I have my Hannah Howell collection. I've got some mass market paperbacks. These are all Hannah Howell. And some hardcover of her books. She is one of my favorite romance authors. And being totally honest, I've probably read most of these. And I cannot remember like any of them except for Highland Wedding. That one I remember. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and take you over to the final shelf. Okay, so this video is getting long. It's 13 minutes long so far. I'm going to take the phone off. These are my bookmarks. I have paper bookmarks, magnetic bookmarks. I have a metal bookmark here. Go ahead and take that off. These are my Tamora Pierce books. These are YA, I think. I'm not positive. I read them in junior high, so they were available in junior high to me. There's the Lioness series, the Immortal series, the spin-off, the Trickster series. I have not read Tortall and Otherlands. I've read all of those. These are amazing. I love them. If you have young kids that are capable of reading chapter books, I recommend those series so much, especially young girls. They're very empowering for young women. They are fantasy books. There's the Wild Magic, the Immortal series, might be a little uncomfortable for some people because there is an age gap relationship in that story that a lot of people don't agree with. Even the author has since stopped writing books with something that contains that because it has become somewhat problematic, I guess. For some people, for me, it never bothered me, but yeah, because I'm aware of like the time and the setting that it was in. It wouldn't have been considered inappropriate, even though it was totally inappropriate, but it wouldn't have been considered in that setting. Fairest is an amazing story. These are a graphic novel series by Mark Crilly. I really enjoyed these. This is Sasha Ellsberg. I'm looking forward to getting the sequel to this. These were her books she did with Lindsay Cummings, Zenith and Nexus. Those are really good. This is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. I am currently reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I have not read those, or those. But I bought them all because I wanted them all. Because I started with Court of Thorns and Roses, got recommended them all, and I could not put it down up until a certain point. And I think anyone who's read it can tell what that point was. I was just like, nope, no, I'm done. I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. That's when I put the book down. I recently just picked it back up yesterday, so that's what we're going on. But there's the ACOTAR series, the Throne of Glass series, and Crescent City 1 and 2, House of Earth and Blood, and the House of Sky and Breath. Sorry, I'm getting out of breath. This is my trash shelf, basically. My Twilight series. I own the first and second graphic novel. I don't own the New Moon one that they came out with. I only own the first two. There's The Host and Midnight Sun. These ones right here are all an adult romance. They're dragon romance. They're very good. I love them. Beck McMaster is an amazing author. And then there's the Crave series. There's the first 3 books there. And the next 2 are right there. I don't have room for them all on the shelf, obviously. I just got these 2 yesterday. And then once I get the last book, then I will finally read the series. But yeah, that is everything on my bookshelves. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry it's shaky and messy and probably not the best quality, and I probably didn't do a very good job, but that's what's on my bookshelves. If you have any comments or questions, or if you would like to discuss any of the books or have recommendations of your own for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I look forward to talking with you guys, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.